everybody, Jason Burmis here, and we are doing part 4 of the Epstein Black Book. There it is. The drop frames right out of the gate. Love it. Love it. I don't understand. It seems so arbitrary and rare. Like, do I have to restart every time? My God. Like, last one went well. All right, getting back to it. We're part 4 of the Black Book. Now, there's a few things about the Black Book before we get started. Get your questions in now, by the way, guys. And from there, I'll be going through them. Everybody knows how it works. I take all super chats, at least that I see, because sometimes it skips over, and I apologize for that. But I take all super chats, and let me get a few things out of the way. First of all, I want to apologize to Flick Off for not reading his super chat the other day during the Robbie Martin broadcast. It was in passing, and I saw it, and then I thought we addressed it. And Steve Bannon and his stance being pretty much an open Zionist, and how much the Trump administration had given to the current Israeli policymakers, Netanyahu and others. So apologize about that. 2, I got something wrong on my last video. So we do that here. When Jason Burmis gets something wrong, believe it or not, I don't act like it didn't happen. I don't brush it aside. I say, hey, I messed up. I want to make it right. Let's make that correction as we speak. And basically, let's see, where is it? I think I retweeted it, right? Or I liked it. Man, I got to find it. But we're going to find it right now. Basically, Princess Beatrix, I misspoke and said it was the daughter of Queen Beatrix of the Netherlands. And here we go. We're dropping frames again. So bizarre. So bizarre. Man, that's killing me. All right, anyway, we're going to try to get through this one. Let's see, where is it? It's Andrew's daughter. Let's see, right? Of course they knew. Epstein's the perfect example. Here it is right here. Has nothing to do with the Dutch royals. Prince Beatrix is Prince Andrew's daughter. By the way, the Dutch Princess Beatrix, the former Queen of the Netherlands, was the daughter of Prince Bernard, not his wife. Interesting. Gotcha. So it was his daughter. See, so I messed that up as well. I make mistakes. Thank you, Tom Cranon. All right. So, getting into Epstein and his Black Book, this is where we left off. And I want to say this now. This was one Black Book in one location. And when the butler leaked this, he did more time for leaking this than Epstein did altogether, which is just ridiculous. It's kind of unheard of, guys. I don't understand it. Man, and we were already dropping all these frames. We're frame dropping. I don't understand why. Doesn't make any sense, guys. Ugh, it drives me nuts, though. Okay. So there are a lot of other Black Books out there. That's my point. All right, that's point number 1. Point number 2 is not only did the butler end up doing more time than Epstein, but then he died shortly after. So we really don't know the extent of all this stuff. This is just, bare minimum of some of his contacts. And his contacts were everywhere. So here's a Prince Andrew connection right out of the gates. Aurelio Cecile, supposedly a former girlfriend of Andrew, right? Then we have Vikram Hotaler Shatwal. Let's see. When the 1990s Playboy settled down, Bill Clinton attended his wedding. So this is a Playboy who was connected to Bill Clinton. In 2017, Shatwell pled guilty to a misdemeanor violation after being accused of trying to set a pair of dogs on fire on a Soho street. Probably a lovely guy, this Shatwell. Let's see who we have. A restaurant magnate, Giuseppe Cipriani. Italian spots are known for inventing the Bellini cocktail, and more famously, for being Harvey Weinstein's hunting grounds. Earlier in the chat, first question actually was whether or not Harvey Weinstein was connected to Epstein. And remember, Weinstein bragged about being Bill Clinton's personal projectionist and traveling with him on vacation. All right? Think about that. And then Scarola and Edwards, 2 attorneys. Scarola was the attorney for Edwards, and Edwards was the attorney for many of these women. Said that what was it? Weinstein traveled in the same circles, and then he was corrected by Scarola. Scarola said slithered in the same circles. So there is a connection there. And obviously, you see this restaurant magnate hunting grounds connection. And remember, Kate Beckinsale said that Weinstein tried to get her when she was 17. So we do have that. Gustavo Cisneros, a Venezuelan billionaire, the patriarch of a family so wealthy, it operates practically as its own nation state in Latin America. Think about how huge that is. Think about what that means. It operates as its own nation state in Latin America. Billionaires are connected to this man. This is a global operation. Global. We're going to get some of your questions in a moment. And here we go. You know, you can look at all this stuff about Bill Clinton. Let's just read it. As soon as the Epstein news broke 2 weeks ago, and this is back in July, the taunting and tallying began, suffocating in its familiarity. First were the jeering reminders, as if we didn't know. It was every molecule. It wasn't just Donald Trump who'd been esnared in his Stein, man, I can't even pronounce that, nightmare of underage sexual assault and trafficking of girls. It was Bill Clinton, who'd been a friend and a repeat flyer on Epstein's plane. Then came the numbers. The attempts to quantify the nature of the Clinton-Epstein relationship. Clinton issued a statement toting up 4 plane trips, 1 Epstein meeting in Clinton Harlem office, 1 visit to Epstein's home, and 0 trips to his island. Meanwhile, reporters recalled that Gawker published flight logs had tallied 12 separate plane logs and had Epstein had more than 20 members and email addresses for Clinton and 1 signed photo of him at his home, along with Woody Allen and the Mohammed bin Salman, the crown prince of Saudi Arabia. Now remember, he also, in the New York home, had that painting of Bill Clinton in that dress, the pretty much I own you painting. That's what it looked like to me. Man, this is extensive on Clinton. I didn't realize how deep it was going to go. But we're going to stop it at Clinton. We're going to get to your questions right now. We're going to scroll it up. Remember, all super chats are taken, and I try to go in order and address everything. So let's see what we got here. Bam. All right. I already addressed that first one. Epstein is... All right, guys. Epstein alive. If you haven't seen my videos today, think about this. If we have Mark Epstein saying that Epstein didn't even try to commit suicide the first time, right? And that he was attacked by Nick Tarchiglione, the ex-police officer and alleged drug dealer and murderer. Now, if he said that he attacked him, and then they still put him on suicide watch, and the majority of the media still went with suicide attempt the first time, even though there were reports of the attacks. And now we have the brother on record talking about it. Why in the world would you believe they let him out after attacking him the first time and framing it up like a suicide? When a failed attack went through. And then to have cameras go out in 2 separate areas that we know about. Come on. Even with the guard stuff. It just, listen, anything is possible. What is probable? What do you think now? And now you'd also have to have Epstein's brother in on it, and Baden in on it, and his associates in on it, and Barbara Sampson in on it, and all these other people that even conducted the autopsy. When you have a much smaller circle of conspirators, if you just kill the guy. That's all I can say about it. Flick off, thank you so much, brother. Hopefully you saw the beginning of the broadcast, so I could address why I missed your last super chat. Did not mean to. Sometimes when I get caught up in the interviews too, guys, it's tough. Much respect. I'll sit and watch. Thank you, Kerfront. Alice Cersei says hello. Hello, Alice. I hope you're having a lovely day. Rock Girl says peace. Peace to you, too. Karen Burns says hi. Canadian Truther says Sam Tripoli's. Yeah, I talked about that. In fact, again, you can watch a whole video on Tripoli's channel getting banned. How's it going, everyone? How you doing, brother? Why can't I send super chats? I don't know, Hotman 2012. Refresh and try again, because Flick Off just did. You should be able to send super chats. I have no questions at this time. However, I will answer any you might have. Well, thank you, David. Sam Tripoli's channel was taken down for pushing prescriptions without prescriptions for the Blue Chew and CBD. New episode out on BitChute. Yes. That is the excuse they've given him that since he was selling CBD and Blue Chew, you need a prescription for those. But apparently they sponsor a lot of people, and I know that there's a lot of supplements out there that are being, basically supplementing YouTube channels that have been demonetized a lot, like this one. I want to stay here on this platform. I'm thankful that all of a sudden I have memberships and I want to do something with that. I'm not sure what I want to do with it. Like, I did a broadcast today about saying, look, I don't think politics is team baseball, right? Because I don't want to be beholden to anybody, guys. I don't want to say, all right, well, if you donate this much, then I'll do a video on this topic. I don't think that's the way to go. I think we can work something else out and around that where we can maybe do, and I don't want to isolate my streams. I'm trying to reach as many people as possible. So, exclusive content doesn't have a ring to me. I'd say this, maybe if we crowdfunded through this some type of a YouTube original documentary, we could do that too. I'm open to ideas. I don't read all the comments because I can't anymore. But I try to read some of them, and I try to get back to people. I definitely try to read a lot of the DMs. I think I'm about to hit, by the way, 16,000 on Twitter today, 16,000 followers. My growth on Twitter has been a lot more recently. Let's see, we had 16,001. We did it. We did it. Which also, helps the message get out that, it's not about left or right. It's about right and wrong. It goes beyond this. Like we're talking about Bill Clinton, but we're also talking about big money elsewhere, like in Venezuela. All right. Chelsea Clinton. Ghislaine Maxwell attended her wedding, also went on vacation with her after Epstein had been charged. This was shortly after she skipped a deposition for the Epstein case, claiming she needed to return to the UK to be with her deathly ill mother. Now, think about this. That's another aspect the media plays down. Well, Trevor Noah had both Clintons up there, and though he, made the joke that Hillary killed him or the Clintons had him killed, right? Why didn't he say, Ghislaine Maxwell, how do you feel about her, Chelsea? She's not only at your wedding, but you went on vacation. Well, I mean, that would have been hardcore. That would have been a lot more hard. That would have been a question that would have been answered and couldn't just be laughed at. It's not a meme. It's not a joke. You get it? Nicholas Coleridge, chairman of Condé Nast Britain. I don't know what that is, but it sounds somewhat important. Phil Collins is in there. Yikes. That one's new to me. Ooh, that hurts. That hurts a little bit. Can you feel it in the air tonight, guys? That's a hurt. Ooh, see? Sometimes, I go through these things and I realize that there's a lot of people in here that I didn't know anything about. Well, we'll get to Bill Cosby in a second, but David Copperfield, according to message pad entry dated January 27th, 2003 at 3:55 p.m., Copperfield rang Epstein while he was out. The handwritten entry reads, Magic David called. Okay? Kate Couric, journalist, among those who attended a dinner at Epstein's townhouse for Prince Andrew in 2010. This is that townhouse, weekend celebration after everybody knew without a doubt what a monster Epstein was. Everybody. They knew before that. And now you got the Bill Cosby, lived across the street from Epstein in Manhattan. Before we get to another royal. And, look at all these connections, guys. We're going to come back to you, and we're going to continue through these bad boys. So remember, get your questions in, guys. Taking all the super chats. Check out Lord Lucan. Jason, I don't know what that is. Butler is on our side. Butler is dead. Smash like. Exactly. Smash the like buttons. Thumbs them up, guys. Share the video with others. Subscribe to the Burmese Brigade if you are new to the channel. How we doing, TJ? Whoa, there's the jump. There's the jump. See, that happens, guys. There's the jump. Ba-ba. Let's see. There we go. Let's see. Yeah, it's pretty self-explanatory. No questions yet. Bannon said, Apex, I'm proud to be a Zionist. Yeah, no, I get it. I think what Crenshaw has said. Listen, I'm not a Republican. I think Bannon's a smart guy. I don't know how you can act like a populist and a non-interventionist when you're pretty much condoning and propagated these wars of aggression through Breitbart for years, right? What's happening with Conor? There's no new news. They're trying to sell you this fight with Cowboy. They're hoping they can pay this woman off. I've been looking into it daily. The last news is the news that I put out there. So, go check that out. Rock Girl, we're sticking in with you, Jason. Thank you so much. Let's see. Smash like. Sup, Jason. Were there more flight records ever released, or was it only the one flight? Only the one flight log. Only that one. Because remember, you had more pilots, right? And you had more locations, and you had more planes, and possibly a helicopter, all these other flight logs. So we got a piece of those overall flight logs. It's a great point to make. I don't want the suicide tapes. We need the tapes of the powerful people. Well, now they're making it all about that too. It's a great way to distract and say, boy, our prison systems need reform. It'll be just like the 9/11 Commission. What can we do better? Meanwhile, the machine goes on and on and on and on. It'll be the big distraction. Couldn't agree with you more. Shiite, he died. Oh, my effing G. I did not know that. Sad. Best meme, lizards don't sweat. Why aren't we talking about the tapes from inside his mansion? Why aren't we talking about the tapes from every single residence? Why aren't we talking about the fact that now in the mansion we have confirmation that not only were they being taped secretly, like via some DVR source, but that he had manned control rooms where these things were being taped and archived? That's a huge, huge step. Think about it. If you've got 2 rooms bugged, and believe me, there were more than 2 rooms. You're not just having one person man 2 rooms. Believe me, I'm not saying that every single room is manned by one person, but say there's a dozen cameras in there, yeah, you're probably going to have 6 to 10 people in there. Let's be real about it. Especially, at certain times. But I don't know how the operation worked. I wasn't on the inside. DJ Smooth says, wow, Giz there. Devil in the blue dress. Isaiah 3:11. The wicked are doomed, for they will get exactly what they deserve. Yo, Burmis, I'm in New York City. I have a few old monitors laying around if you want them. All I have is like 13 1070 Ti's collecting dust at the moment. And if 1 or 2 cards would help you out. Are you kidding me? You got some 1070 Ti's? I'll be willing to give you them too. Wow, keep up the good work. You can contact me at Nogfresh on most socials. Yeah. Yo, bro, if you got 2 1070 Ti's, tell you what, I got a 980 Ti right now, and it really takes up too much energy on some of the boards. So maybe, I have one I could run that in SLI on. I don't know. What do you think? What do you think if I run that on either a FX 8350, I think it's this Asus Sabertooth motherboard I got in there, and an AMD or an AMD 9590, one of the 2 chips, and dual SLI 1070 Ti's. That'd be nasty, dude. I'd love that, brother. Awesome. I'll hit you up. That's awesome, man. Wow, that's great. Great. Monitors, I don't think I need so much, but definitely those video cards. Be a render sensation. All right, let's see what we got. Has anyone tracked down the paramedics ambulance crew who took the body from the prison? I mean, guys, I think it's all documented. Again, you'd have to have them in on it. Then you'd have to have the coroners in on it. He's dead for a long time. Baden says he was dead for hours before they found him, not just an hour. That's what it suggested. Listen, I'm not saying that guy's the epitaph of truth either. But, well, like I said, if you take the first incident and it's not suicide, yet he still gets put on suicide watch. That's like, that's like you put El Chapo in with somebody. They beat the ever-loving fuck out of him. Okay? They say it was a suicide attempt. They put El Chapo on suicide watch. And he tells his wife and his kid and the cartel that he got the shit beat out of him, and they put it out in the media. And then we believe it. They still put him on suicide watch. And the moment they take him off, and literally hours after a data dump of 2,000 pages that now leave Governor Richardson, Dubin, George Mitchell, and others, he's dead with 2 camera malfunctions that we know of and 2 guards away. Come on. You're saying they extracted him? Get the fuck out of here. I'm sorry, guys. I'd have to see an extraordinary amount of evidence for that to happen. Like, I know there's a lot of people that believe in Face Off. I liked Halle Berry's breastises in that action movie thingy too, and Hugh Jackman. Back at some young Jackman in there, some coming up Jackman, some Travolta face. Face is more than Face Off with Nick Cage. I like it too, but it's movie stuff. It's movie stuff. Now that we're now watching one big movie at this point. All right, so let's keep going. DJ Smooth wanted to ask you if you think New York City Blackout that happened. Everybody thinks that. No, I don't. I don't think that at all. Zero. Zilch. Zippity-doo-dah. That may have been, honestly, I'm not saying it has any correlation, but let's go back. Well, maybe it was in there to bring somebody in. Remember, there were reports that Bill Barr visited Epstein in prison, I think before the first suicide attempt. You know what? We do it live here sometimes, guys. So let's get that, because that's also I'm not saying it happened, but it's a very underreported story. You get it? So, Bill Barr visited MCC. Baseless claim. See, there it is right there. This is they say it's a baseless claim. Snopes. Well, where did it get reported? I think it was the New York Post, right? Yes, New York Post. Got a decent memory, guys. I'm not perfect. So this is again, it's a former Gotti guy, some kind of mafioso, basically saying that the word was that Bill Barr had been there. Kasman said he heard U.S. Attorney General Barr personally made a hush-hush trip to MCC 2 weeks ago about the time Epstein was found in his cell with bruises around his neck. It might be baseless. I don't say I trust the Post, but it's out there. It's something no one's talking about. And, Bill Barr is telling you, nope, nobody was in a cell. Suicide. We better fix the prison system. That's what this is about. Give me a fucking break. All right. Wanted to ask you if the New York City Blackout. Okay. Did you see Sam's channel and kick back up? No. Yeah. Is that true? We'll do it live. I'm going to go check right now. Oh, that'd be cool, dude. That'd be really cool. Well, good. I'm glad. Yes. Yes, it is. That's excellent. Good. Oh, that is well, so everybody knows. Thank you, bro. Awesome. Good. It needed to come back up. It needed. That's a good sign, guys. We can all be doom and gloom, but the fact that Triple E fought very quickly and people were very upset, he's back up and running. Hopefully he will be for a long time. That's great news. All right, let's kick back to some more of these, and then we're going to go back to your questions. Remember, taking all super chats, and then we're going to go back in the order they came. So here we go. Prince Pierre Darenberg. He's a royal. Americans often imagine aristocrats floating on a cloud of above it all wealth. But even real-life princes, this one descended from a German royal family that long ago, with the most influential and wealthiest family of the Netherlands, could get something out of a relationship with a font of new American money like Epstein. So this is a Netherlands royal. Let's see. Louis Albert de Brola, political scion, founder of the luxury garden brand. Let's see. Charlene de Carvalho Heineken. You can imagine she's the Heineken heiress. Jacques de Crisol, he's a duke, so another royal. Oh, Andy Cuomo, Big Andy, Andrew Cuomo, dictator of New York, somebody that just made it 21 to buy tobacco in this state. 21, guys. Out of nowhere, just decided. And we all know about Lynn Forrester de Rothschild. We got another model here, Sophie Dahl, the granddaughter of Roald Dahl. I don't know who that is. But then you get Dershowitz in there. Those are some pretty heavy-hitting names. And there's yet another picture of the Dersh with Epstein, one of the lesser seen pictures. Zoom right in there. There he is. Hey, Epi. How we doing? Gotta love it. Let's go back to your questions, guys. All right, we got something retracted. He tweeted, Rogan called YouTube personally. Well, that's awesome. Good for him, man. Thank you. That's awesome. Because he did have Tim Dillon on the show the other day, and Tim Dillon was made aware of it. So, big ups to Rogan for doing that, too. That's awesome. Very cool. Why did the butler get time for leaking the black book? Because he stole it. He stole property from Epstein and then leaked it to the lawyers and the public. That's why. BitChute, brother, BitChute. They repost my stuff. When BitChute gets a live stream, and I'll be live streaming just like this. Yeah, the butler tried to sell it. That's extortion. Yeah. Who took the picture at the hospital? Why was the photograph there? Which one's that? I don't know what we're talking about. Did we just jump again? Yeah, we did. Oh, he's talking about New York. I'm sure there were tip-offs, by the way. That's probably how. Let's see. Don't be vulgar. Whoop. Why do you care about this death? The more important thing is the tapes from his mansions. I agree. Or the fact that Maria Farmer also said those tapes were in the very same safe that he kept passports, not just one passport, passports, jewelry, and money. And they found a passport, they found jewelry, and they found money. They never told you about any tapes in New York, did they? I wouldn't let Chelsea go out in public without a handler, trainer, either. When I push buy and send out Super Chat, it just spirals. Every attempt out of 5 in 3 live chats. Any suggestions? Man, Holtman, I think that sucks. I'd say this. If you want to support me, and it sucks because I'd rather get your Super Chat up there. You know I'm trying to go through this stuff. But you can support me via my GoFundMe. That's how I do it because everybody seems to be able to go there and do that, and they're not going to take me off. It's not, how do I put this? It's not like Patreon where they can decide. It's not new and hip like Subscribestar. It's pretty tried and true. It's very open about what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to do like videos 3 to 7 times a day about multiple subjects and bring my audience along. So that's all I can say. It sucks. I don't know why it's spiraling. I don't know. They only cared about his money and ignored his predatory behavior. Bullshit. So it's about more than just money. I promise you that. There were that was some of it. I'm not saying that everybody was there to abuse children, but believe me, a lot of them were in on it. I mean, Richardson's now been named as a pedophile. What are those new 10,000 pages going to say? We're waiting. I've been waiting months now for those 10,000 pages. And if you believe Bradley Edwards and you believe Virginia Giuffre Roberts on any level, they're saying another 1,000 people are going to be named. That's huge. That's not 10. That's not 100. 100 would be huge. 1,000. 1,000 names in this deal. That's a lot of names, guys. That's a lot of names. All right? Why did Epstein change his will? I don't know. I have no idea. But again, just like the idea of a dead man switch, I need to see some evidence. Makes you wonder who was teaching whom. Not sure we're talking about that. There, we got that. Ba-ba, down. Damn, you sound sick again. My throat is a little scratched, which sucks because I like doing these broadcasts. But hey, it is getting to be that season where it's cold out. And I'm still walking around. The dog wants me to take her for a walk. I still got to get out there. So, yeah. Just watch C-SPAN about Epstein. Yeah, I'm going to do a follow-up video on that as well today. At some point, and maybe later this evening. My friends from Healthy Junk Food are coming into town. So, maybe we're going to go and have some lunch. Let's see. Question anything. One who suddenly finds sex offender cash not worth it. I don't know what that means. The lady in charge of the prisons dodged every question. I agree. She did. And again, they made it about what? They made it about the prison system falling apart. John Mark Dugan has 700 plus Epstein blackmail tapes hiding in Russia. Does he? I know he claims that. I've seen his story. It's a nice story. He says that he's got it broken up with a dead man switch of 5 different people. But I don't know that he does. I feel like The only way to protect yourself, if you have those things, is just to put them out. Put them out anonymously, and that's it. And somehow, some way, you've already rolled the dice, right? The dice are rolled here. And the only way that I think you can roll them in your favor is you say, look, I'm putting them all out. People can do what they want with them. Investigators can no longer say they don't exist. Journalists can no longer say they're not out there. Independent journalists will go through them no matter what, whether it's breaking the law or where. They might have to go to other countries. And it's personally not something I would enjoy having to go through, period. I don't know if I could. I don't want to be scarred for the rest of my fucking life. We got nothing from this Vegas shooter. We expect something from this. There was definitely a cover-up in Vegas, but there was a lot of evidence. I've done some pretty extensive videos of what we do know about the Vegas shooting. In fact, one of the tinfoil hat casts I did was on the Vegas shooting, so please go check that out. If you want me to break down the Vegas shooting and some of the big anomalies there and some of the really important things that people were not talking about, please go check that out. The Sun News, owned by Rupert Murdoch, is offering a $10,000 reward for Ghislaine Maxwell. Wow, that's big. What about questioning Randy Andy's bodyguards? I'm sure he travels with some type of security. Oh, definitely. But again, it's the predator class. It's a predator class for generations, especially with the royal family. So if you expect that, I think you're being somewhat naive. I mean, that's just how I feel about it. A royal lady stayed at his New York City place and said she felt like she was being watched and cut her stay short. 10 days later, oh my God. I hope they start criminal investigations. Now they have tapes, but we know deep down this will never happen. FBI disposed of evidence and Zorro Ranch shows how little is being done. Sandy Mac, I think you're right. I think they put in the cleanup crew. Unfortunately. I think that's a reality. Let's see. Do you believe Trump knows nothing about Epstein? No, I don't. I've never said that. I've done extensive videos on how I don't believe that. I know there's no proof we know of, but they were neighbors in Florida and ran the same circles in New York City. What are you talking about? There's no proof that we know of. There's plenty of proof that they ran the same circles and at Mar-a-Lago. And they did business together. I mean, what are you talking about, Bobby Patrick? I've done a lot of videos on that. In fact, there's allegations that Epstein set up the party where he met Melania with a bunch of models. However, I believe it's Virginia Roberts' testimony through those 2,000 plus pages where she talks about Trump being on the plane and that, she didn't see him do anything inappropriate with girls. And I've talked about the fact that Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell rode on his plane. So there is plenty, actually. There's quite a bit. And there was quite a bit in Filthy Rich in 2016. 4 times now I've been unsubbed, but it seems to be removing all my subscriptions. So it's an attack on me, not you, unless they're hitting everyone. I don't know. Yes, Sam's channel is back. I don't think Trump and Epstein were playing Chinese checkers when they got together. No, I don't think they were playing Chinese checkers either. No problem. I got you, bro. So at Nog Fresh, I'm definitely, that'd be awesome, dude. That'd be so cool. Did you see the side-by-side pic of HRC's brother? What are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about. They easily could have. I'm not bothered either way. Oh, I mean, I'm not sure what we're talking about there. Oh, this is him getting out? Yeah, he wouldn't even need plastic surgery. He would just play a stupid boomer in any big city or any other country. The boom, everyone loves that boomer talk. Boomer. He'd be an actual boomer though, right? He's in that boomer age group, the real one, not the one everybody calls me a boomer in. He's a boomer. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? Let's see. No problem. Got you. Let's see. He could. Yep, I'm having YouTube problems too. Unsubbed, not notified when vids are live, etc. Well, come on, man. Get the subscriptions back in there. Thumbs this video up. Share it with others. Get them to subscribe to the Burmese Brigade. Didn't the brother die around the same time? It's an interesting theory. Oh, I don't buy into that. Think he had cancer. Think Epstein had tied a little kids foundations. I'm not sure what that one is. I have to see it. I think he's alive. Will COPPA affect your channel? I hope not. I clearly don't have any material that's set up for kids or trying to appeal to children whatsoever on my channel. Zero. I mean, the things that I cover are extremely adult in nature. They are geopolitical. Even I wouldn't say they're beyond PG-13. I mean, unless you're going to give me an R rating for language. I certainly don't talk about topics that the news doesn't talk about without, I guess, adding some truth and flair with some language in there. So let's hope not. I mean, I don't know. Sam's channel coming back is pretty big. It's pretty good. Let's see. Flickoff says it shouldn't. The only children watching Jason's channels are trolls. Thank you. Jason, are you still thinking about moving? I am thinking about moving, but I don't know, man. It's tough. I don't know if I want to uproot the kids. I don't know if the kids would come with me. I'm thinking now maybe Pennsylvania, over the border. I don't know. It's a tough decision. You know, I spent the last 3 years with them. So I don't know. I might roll with New York a little bit longer, but it's upsetting here. I'm not going to lie. I don't love it here. I don't love it. All right, let's keep going. What did Rogan do with YouTube? Did not understand. Apparently he said, what are you doing taking down this channel? Let's see. That's why I'm right. YouTube just said you went offline. I had to refresh. They did the same thing to Sane Progressive in April or June. It made them both very angry, and they both eventually quit YouTube. I'm not quitting. Oh, it just took me offline right there. There it is. What is going on here? It's not a complete stream, but it says that I'm okay. Man, it's ridiculous, guys. I don't understand it. What happened to the Blackmail Epstein videos that John Dugan has? Did I miss that? No, I don't know that those actually exist. He could be bluffing. Maybe he has them. Perhaps with deepfakes, they didn't need Epstein anymore. I still don't care either way. If he is alive, I am sure he's down in I don't know what a DUM is. DUMB. Look, guys, I think I'm going to call it a day, not make this an hour-long one. I want to thank everybody out there that is subscribed. You can subscribe now if you are new to the Burmese Brigade. I'd love to get to 40,000. That'd be nice. It'd be nice to get to 40K, guys. If you want to financially support me, again, you know how to do it. All my stuff is available here for free. So thumbs this video up, share it. Go watch my documentary films. Loose Change Final Cut. Fabled Enemies. Invisible Empire, New World Order Defined. And Shade the Motion Picture. I love you guys. And I'll see you all on the flip side.